Good morning, everyone, or whenever you decide to click the link to watch this. Good afternoon, good evening, it all depends. First and foremost, shout out to Kathy, who reminded me that not everybody's on Facebook. So sometimes these YouTube videos also reach other people and audiences. And I was posting a lot on YouTube, and I kind of took a little bit of a break here, but I was still posting content. I was just really focused on the lives of Facebook because I thought it was grabbing more people's attention to go to the page, but can't neglect YouTube. And Kathy reminded me that, so thank you, Kathy. A little bit of a different topic I want to mention. It's all to do about frequencies, vibrations, energies. However words you want to use to describe that, it's all the same thing. Meridians, electricity, nerves. The nerves in your body just conduct electricity to the organs and glands. It's a frequency. That's how we are actually able to muscle test, through a frequency. And the brain has electricity. The heart also carries electricity. There's electricity, a power source of electricity, to govern to other organs and glands. But where does that all come from? That was my biggest thing as a child. I remember always questioning things like, the kid always goes, why? And they answer the question, they go, well, why? And the why continues. My why was, or how more so, was how does the brain keep functioning? How does electricity, how does our heart beat when it's not plugged into anything at nighttime? So it's the electricity and the frequency that it has. But really that's connected to a higher source of a frequency, which is like your subconscious brain. It's tapped into something. Science has proven this, but science doesn't really talk about it because once you go beyond the subconscious brain, that's where they fall short because you can't put A and B. That leaves room for a bit of a mystery A plus in between. So the frequencies are how we're able to muscle test. It's how our body responds to everything. But the key thing I want to talk today about is like the quantum entanglement that you have with people around you in your life. So sometimes there's health imbalances like blood pressure, headaches, even rash, arthritis as well. I've seen this personally. That doesn't get better, it doesn't really kind of resolve unless you change the people and the frequency that those people bring into your life around you. I know, it sounds, what? How does that person, right? I go home, what does that person have to do with me at home? There is a, I forget the actual terminology, so bear with me, you can Google this yourself, but there's like a quantum entanglement. So for example, relationship-wise, one partner can be on this side of the world, one partner can be on the other side, or French brother, sister, mom, dad, things like this. And then all of a sudden you get that, I better check in on my son, or I better check in on my partner and see how they're doing. And they go, wow, yeah, we just got into an accident, or this just happened. What happens to one person on one side simultaneously has to happen to the other person when there's a connection. Now that could be a positive, well, it's always a positive thing, but in the time it can feel like a negative thing also. Because why do you have to deal with those emotions or always be connected to a person that you don't want to be connected with in life? So that's where it comes into energetically removing yourself from certain situations and cutting, so to speak, the frequency cord that is attached to that person. And it's a thing. You can't see it with your eyes, but you can even feel it. You feel it because your stomach, your brain, your subconscious, the higher thing around you is letting you know that it's there. And we all know it. Sometimes we choose to ignore it. So this whole frequency thing I'm talking about, which is a scientific thing. I'm not just going voodoo stuff out in the cosmics. I'm talking about an actual scientific thing that frequency emits to your body, right? 5G, stray electricity, these things are real and they affect your system. But another person that carries electricity can also impact your frequency. This is what I'm saying. So the point of that is the whole power of like the five people that you surround yourself with the most in your life is kind of how you're going to govern your life as well. Sure, there can be some exceptions, like doesn't mean that all your closest 5 friends and people that you surround yourself with, you're going to have the exact same finances, the exact same relationship issues, the exact same car. Doesn't mean the exact thing, but the vibration in life, the set standards, you're going to match those 5 people, and it's the same all the time. I think if you even interview or you can have the privilege to talk to some of the most successful people in the world, they will tell you, yeah, I was here until I realized I love you guys. Like, look, I love you, but I got to go this way, right? Visit them on Christmas, send a Christmas card. If they don't actually bring all the benefits and positivity to your life in certain aspects, sometimes it's good to just shake your hands and they're there and pat on the back, but continue your life this way. Don't just be so engraved. Kind of like high school. Again, there's exceptions to every rule, but this is like a 98% percentile I'm talking about here, is when you grow up in high school, we're gonna be friends forever, high school. Right, but you changed, your vibration raised, you went this way. It's good to see them at a reunion or friends on message on Facebook here or there, what's going on. But if you had that same mindset as high school in your 30s and 40s, you'd be living with your mom. You wouldn't be doing the same thing. So that's a general synopsis of what I'm trying to say with a frequency change. If you are 35 years old and all your friends, as soon as it's quitting time, want to go to the bar, it's time to get new friends or go to the bar. And I'm using very layman caveman terminology of quitting time, going to the bar, but a frequency resides further than that. The true intent of your thoughts, patterns, failure. We're gonna do better. You know what? By 35, I'm gonna own my own house that's $500,000, and I'm gonna have my own business, and we're gonna do this. But internally, if that's not the vibration that they are setting out, and you're all around each other, that's what happens. So you've got to make sure that your standards are higher. This sounds a little bit silly too, but different thoughts and frequencies different thoughts and fears reside in different frequencies. So the whole saying, if you raise your vibration, those fears can no longer exist in your mind because you're up here and they're down here, and that's the way they should stay. But when you get depressed about a certain situation because you lost somebody in your life, so you get depressed, all of a sudden you're depressed about this, then why do all these other negative things keep just attacking you? Because you're at a lower vibration. So make sure, is what I'm trying to say, the people in your life don't just speak the true intents of what they have around you or for you, they prove it. Remember, actions speak louder than words, and there's a reason for that, because really, what is their true intent? What do they do? It's a frequency thing, okay? So I know sometimes little ailments of health where it comes like this headache that won't go away, and it's not a physical thing. And then, it's like, okay, well, what is it really? It comes out that they're dreading to go home, or they're dreading to go to their job, or they don't want this to happen. But if that situation in life wasn't there, the headache wouldn't exist, right? So little things like that you got to pay attention to also. And I know I'm kind of going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but the thing is, I just want you to realize that sometimes in life, it is the people that we surround ourselves with. Maybe at one point in time, your closest 5 friends, and I'm not talking about just, high school friends, college friends, when you first move out friends. I'm just talking in life in general. If you're 70 years old, Betty, it's time to go to bingo. But if your other friends don't want to go with you, or they don't have that right intent, what do you got to do, right? It's not just a younger person thing is what I'm trying to say here, okay? Sometimes you've got to just look around yourself, and who are you surrounding yourself with daily? Is it a struggle every day because you have to constantly bring people up? Maybe it's time to make a change. And I know some people go, wow, this guy seems harsh, or he woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. Actually, I didn't. I woke up in the middle, which is the perfect side. No, I just want to get a hold of people and let them know also some other point of your life, something else to look at is who you surround yourself with. Tony Robbins goes into more scientific detail about this. There's a lot of other people and big successful people. It's an actual thing. There's books about it. The vibration of the people you surround yourself with change the vibration that you are. Trying to get ahead in life, you're good. What do? You surround yourself with certain type of people, right back down. This is a fact. Our lives, our brains, everything is governed by a frequency. So who or what is supporting your frequency? That's the question. Have yourself a wonderful day. Thanks again, Kathy.